Most people have dogs and cats as pets, but 600 birds? Find out how this family's hobby turned into a business and a passion. Riders in Mount Vernon are working on horseback riding techniques fit for Hollywood. A McDonald County resident wanted to bring history back to the younger generation through a 100-year-old rural school. Rain or shine, it doesn't stop these seniors to continue a graduation tradition. Local students are honoring a cemetery while also celebrating Earth Day. A historic helicopter is finally finding its forever home in one southwest Missouri town. A local committee is trying to bring attention to one historic northeast Oklahoma mining town.
KSN's Christina Valdez still braving the elements outside for us. She joins us live. Christina, they do have their hands full.
Well, I was able to speak to the Assistant Director of Joplin Public Works, and he showed me a map of the different areas they will be covering. The city's crew will be plowing Main Street, Joplin Avenue, Wall Avenue, Maiden Lane, Schifferdecker, west of Main Street on 32nd, Zora, Florida, and St. Louis. People that live outside of Joplin city limits are encouraged to travel with caution on the back roads and to find the nearest main roads inside of Joplin. 13 trucks will be out running and clearing the streets from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. 8 trucks will be working at night and will work on any precipitation that is on the roads. Sidewalks near the trolley stops will be cleared. Neosho High School seniors are keeping a yearly tradition alive on Senior Hill. The 2021 graduating class started their artistic work this morning at 9.
It feels great, and especially this is a last tradition that we have before we graduate, so most of us, this will be the last we see of each other, so it's fun to have this one last experience that we can do together. I'm painting a crown. My last name's King, so I thought that would be really fun.
King hopes to pursue a career in education after she graduates.
I'm going to Freed-Hardeman University. It's in Henderson, Tennessee, so a long ways from here, but I'm really excited.
Last year, students waited until July to paint the hill due to the pandemic.
I know it's been a long tradition. 20 years ago, whenever I was a high school senior here, we painted the hill, and it's just a fun experience, and it's a tradition here at Neosho that other schools don't have.
Some of the seniors even brought their parents.
Yeah, they bring all their own equipment to paint. We do provide sand because we ask them to mix their paint with that for the road.
The weather wasn't on their side, but it didn't stop seniors from having a good time.
I would say different but exciting. The teachers have worked really hard to make this an enjoyable year for us, even though mask and COVID is never fun, but we've enjoyed each time together and we've been able to do most of the stuff we've always done.
Reporting in Neosho, Christina Valdez, KSN Local News.
It's very fulfilling feeling when you get to help people in that way, and this is just a minor setback.
When buildings on Knowles Main Street suddenly caught fire last week, fire departments from Pineville, Anderson, Southwest City, Sulphur Springs, and Arkansas fire departments came out to help.
It was very stressful at the beginning part of it, with the front door being locked and forcing the front door to where we can move in and try to attack the fire in building number 1. And then from there, it went from the fire chief pulling us out of building 1 due to the deteriorating roof conditions. And then from there, we moved into a defensive strategy on building number 1 and tried to aggressively stop this fire from spreading down Main Street.
Blake Barrett was injured when responding to a fire at the African Market in Mosque and Knoll.
I have what is called a compression fracture in my T5, 7, and 8. And it's just where the pressure just compressions your bone and then it just fractures.
Barrett was one of many that tried to put out the fire and didn't expect what could happen.
We were making entry for the overhaul stage in that fire on Main Street, and one of the beams that supported the building and the second floor fell and struck me in the head.
If it wasn't for his helmet, the burning beam that fell on him could have taken his life or paralyzed him.
It saved my life wearing the proper PPE. Just wearing your equipment that's provided for them. Just continue to wear it, even when you get tired and you hate wearing it all that time. Just keep it on, because anything can happen that whole time.
His friends and family are relieved he is recovering.
It's hard. It's hard to watch him, because he's always the guy. He always jumps in. Like if I'm picking something up or I'm doing something, he's like, "Hey, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it." So he's kind of like my right hand, And while he's down, it's hard to see him struggling. I mean, nobody wants to see their kid struggle, But it's it's tough to see him hurt.
Most people have cats and dogs as pets, but not for the Hand family.
I've always been fascinated with birds. So when he and I got married, I said, I'd like to have chickens. And we started with 5 chickens 6 years ago. And now we have over 600 birds.
The couple love their animals so much, they decided to create a business called the Loving Hands Chicken Ranch.
We do this and in a state where we can actually learn more about, these to get better, to actually know the proper feeds, to be able to basically just educate ourselves.
They raise chickens, quail, and other species.
We mainly breed Polish and Silkies. So this is a Polish right here. This is Cedric. He is a white-crested khaki cuckoo. So he's a very rare color because of the barring that he has, which is the cuckoo pattern. We also do raise Silkies, which are pretty fun. They're a really calm bird, and people like to buy those because they're very sweet and they don't get very big. And then we're adding this bird for next year. We'll be breeding. These are Krevkers. They're a lot like a Polish. They are also a crested bird, and these are critically endangered birds. So we are going to try to help to preserve them. There's only 1,000 breeding age birds left in the world of this particular breed.
The couple is registered with the National Poultry Improvement Plan and the Livestock Conservancy.
We are considered what they call clean. That means our birds do not have pulmonary typhoid. And then in 6 months, they'll be tested against avian influenza.
To keep their animals safe, their dog Atlas takes care of them.
So she patrols the yard at night, and we have not had a predator in over 2 years since we've had her.
There is nothing the Hands would rather do.
We love it. It's a passion. Even though some people say I have a glorified hobby, this is our passion.
In Newton County, Christina Valdez, KSN Local News.